So I'm gonna show you an easy way of knowing the different chambers and the different valves of our heart. Okay, so we have a simplified heart here, and we're gonna split it, and we're gonna make it into the 4 chambers of our heart. Okay, so our top chambers are called atriums. So this is our right atrium. And if we have a right atrium, then we need a left atrium. And our lower chambers are called ventricles. So on this side we have our right ventricle and then our left ventricle. Okay, coming into our right atrium, we have blood from our superior vena cava. Let's write that down just a little bit closer. Superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and from our coronary sinuses. And our coronary sinuses give blood or receive blood from around the heart. So remember, our heart is muscle, and our muscle needs blood. And that blood that gets used up from the muscle of the heart goes back into our coronary sinuses. Superior vena cava is going to drain our face and upper extremities, our arms. And the inferior vena cava is going to bring us blood that's been used up by our lower extremities. So this blood has been used up in our body. So this blood has low oxygen levels. So it's low in oxygen. It's our used up blood. That blood goes into our right atrium, into our right ventricle. This valve right here is our tricuspid valve. And I always remember, you try to be right. So our tricuspid valve's on the right side of our body. You try to be right. And then the blood comes out, and this blood is going to go to our lungs. Because remember, we have low oxygen level on the right side of our heart. So now our blood needs to go to our lungs to pick up oxygen. So it's going to go all the way to our lungs, our right and left sides of our lungs, and then it's going to enter our left side. So this is coming from our lungs. Now, since it's from our lungs, it's going to have picked up oxygen, so now we're going to have an increase in oxygen in this blood. It's going to go into our left atrium, to our left ventricle. It's going to pass through this valve, and this is our bicuspid valve, or it's known as our mitral valve. And so it's going to go from our left atrium through our bicuspid valve to our left ventricle, and then out to our body. Now this valve is called our aortic valve. And I forgot to label this valve here, and this is our pulmonary valve. Pulmonary means lung. Okay, so we have our used up blood coming from our superior vena cava from our upper extremities, inferior vena cava from our lower extremities, and our coronary sinuses from around our heart. It has low oxygen levels. Goes to our right atrium, through our tricuspid valve, to our right ventricle, and out to our lungs through our pulmonary valve. Through our lungs, it's going to go all the way around to our lungs, pick up oxygen, and now go to our left atrium, through our bicuspid valve, to our left ventricle, out through our aortic valve to our body, and deliver all that oxygen that it just picked up from the lungs. Okay, so it's very important to know the blood flow through the heart. It's important to know the chambers of our heart, and it's important to know the valves of our heart.